Kumusta po kayo? This is my 100th video in this channel, and after 99 weeks of sharing with you video lessons on Tagalog, I figured that the best way to celebrate this milestone is to share with you my top 5 cool things about Tagalog that you may not have realized. If you have been watching my channel, you'd probably agree with my list. If you are new to this channel, well, then this video will get you up to speed on how interesting Tagalog is. So, tara, simulan na natin. Here are 5 cool things about the Tagalog language. Number 1. Tagalog is the basis for the national language of the Philippines, called Filipino. Background: the Philippines is linguistically diverse with some 180 languages spoken in the country. In fact, the Philippines is number 12 on the list of countries with the most languages. Papua New Guinea is at number 1. No surprise there. Throughout the 333 years of Spanish colonization, Spanish became the administrative language of the colonial government and the language of the elite. Indigenous languages, while spoken by the locals, absorbed Spanish words in their vocabulary. In 1937, the search for a national language began. Several major Philippine languages were contenders, including Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, and others. Tagalog was chosen to be the basis of a new language called Filipino, and a law was passed in the 1940s to make this official. Even the Philippine Constitution has declared Filipino as official language with English as co-official language. Bet you didn't know that part. As you might expect, speakers of other Philippine languages were not happy with the choice of Tagalog as the basis for the official language. There had been resistance for many decades, but since Filipino or Tagalog became the official language of government and the language used by Manila-based mass media, Tagalog gained wider acceptance. So, is Filipino a separate language from Tagalog? Well, despite what purists and linguistic experts say, in practical terms, they appear and they sound the same. If you want to know more about the history of Tagalog and the Filipino national language, check out episode 2. Yes, one of my earlier videos, and you'll find the link in the description box below. Number 2. Tagalog is a phonetic language. Thus, pronunciation is very straightforward. Tagalog has only 5 vowels: a, e, I, o, u. They produce the basic sounds in Tagalog like ba, be, bi, bo, bu, or la, le, li, lo, lu, and so on. Linguistic experts will tell you that there are more than 5 vowel sounds in Tagalog. Well, they're right if you account for the sounds created by stresses in many Tagalog words like baka, cow, baka, maybe, pito, whistle, pito, 7, sala, living room, sala, sin, sala, filtered, and the list goes on. Here's a pro tip. Always remember that Tagalog words are generally, not all the time, but generally are stressed in the second syllable. For example, it is Tagalog and not Tagalog. It is salamat and not salamat. It is pangalan and not pangalan. Ayos ba? If you wish to know more, you can check out my videos on the subject in episodes 4 and 5. The links are in the description box down below. Number 3. Tagalog is a flexible language. Tagalog sentence structure and word order is malleable. You can bend it several ways and it will still be comprehended. For one, Tagalog follows the subject, verb, object, or SVO sentence pattern, much like English and other European languages. For example, ako ay pupunta sa parke. I am going to the park. Sila ay natutulog sa kwarto. They are sleeping in the room. Kami ay nakikinig ng musika. We are listening to music. The SVO pattern, however, sounds a bit formal in Tagalog. It's not for everyday conversation. You'll most likely hear that pattern in Filipino literature and formal speeches. Secondly, Tagalog is also spoken conversationally in the verb, subject, object, or VSO sentence structure. This is the more natural sounding way in speaking like a native. Listen to these examples. Pupunta ako sa parke. I am going to the park. Natutulog sila sa kwarto. They are sleeping in the room. Nakikinig kami ng musika. We are listening to music. You don't have that in English or other Romance languages. This throws off some learners of Tagalog who are not familiar with the VSO pattern. The flexibility of Tagalog extends to the use of adjectives like pulang rosas, rosas na pula, red rose. Malaking bahay, bahay na malaki, big house. Magandang babae, babaeng maganda, pretty woman. As you can see from our examples, Tagalog adjectives are connected by ligatures. To know more about Tagalog ligatures and how to use them, check out episodes 18 and 19. You will find the links in the description box down below. Now, to test the flexibility of the Tagalog sentence structure and word order, try translating this sentence. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog near the river. Guess how many versions is possible? Let's take a look. Well, here's 6. Here's another 6. And another 6. And another 6. That's 24 versions of the same sentence. Incredible, isn't it? Wow! Number 4, Tagalog personal pronouns are quite interesting. First, Tagalog personal pronouns are very definite. There's no room for misunderstanding. Like the first set of pronouns, which in this channel I call Group 1 pronouns. Here goes. Ako, I. Tayo, we, that includes the listener. Kami, we, that excludes the listener. With tayo and kami, there is no misunderstanding on who is part of the conversation. Ikaw, you. Kayo, you, plural subject, like you all or all of you. Siya, he or she. This is a gender-neutral pronoun. You can say that siya is very inclusive. And sila, they. Second, Tagalog has a special pronoun that links the speaker, the first person, with the listener, the second person, in a very special way. That pronoun is kita. It's a pronoun that has the elements of I, me, my, and you in one pronoun. It equates to you by me, to you from me to you, and you are my. It is used when the speaker, the first person, is expressing to the second person the sense of relationship, an action towards that person, and togetherness. Some examples are, tatay kita, you are my father. Pupuntahan kita, I will go to you. Mahal kita, I love you. Kasama kita, we are together. Interesting, no? Well, there's a lot more interesting things about Tagalog personal pronouns. And I have made an entire chapter on personal pronouns, and you can check them out by going to my playlist and look for videos under the label personal pronouns. Cool? And the number 5 cool things about the Tagalog language are root words and affixes. A root word is the smallest unit of a word. When combined with affixes, new words are created like nouns, adjectives, and verbs. There are 3 kinds of affixes in Tagalog. These are prefixes, words inserted at the beginning of a root word, suffixes, words inserted at the end of a root word, and infixes, words inserted in the middle of a root word. Here are some examples. The root word ganda, beauty. Maganda, beautiful. Gandahan, to make something beautiful. Ginandahan, made something beautiful. The root word sulat, write. Magsulat, the verb to write. Sulatan, a surface to write on. Sinulat, wrote. The root word hintay, wait. Maghintay, the verb to wait. Hintayan, a waiting place. The root word saysay, explain, clear up. Salaysay, a statement. Magsalaysay, the verb to make a statement. Kasaysayan, history, and many, many more. Pro tip: majority of Tagalog adjectives start with the prefix ma, like mabait, marunong, matalino, mabilis, mabagal, malaki, maliit, mataas, matangkad, maliwanag, madilim, etc., etc. There are exceptions though, like words borrowed from Spanish, like for example, guapo, claro, bobo, libre, delicado, cursonada, dejado, social, and many more. If you wish to immerse yourself in getting to know how Tagalog words are made, like verbs, check out my videos in the playlist labeled Tagalog Verbs. There you have it, my top 5 cool things about the Tagalog language. But I have a runner-up that didn't make it into the top 5 list, but could have made it into a top 6 list, but I didn't make a top 6 list because I figured top 5 sounds better than top 6. But anyway, the runner-up is that the current Tagalog alphabet is a curious creation. It's actually the English alphabet that includes a few letters from the previous alphabet, which was derived from an earlier alphabet. In summary, Tagalog or Filipino had 3 alphabets in the last 100 years. If you wish to know more about this fascinating history, including the pre-colonial alphabets, check out episode 3. Ayos? I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do hit the like button because that will help this channel grow. And speaking of growing this channel, at the time of this recording, I have about 607 subscribers and I wish to be able to hit 1,000 subscribers in the next 6 months. I hope you can help me achieve that by hitting the subscribe button if you are not yet subscribed, and click on the bell button so you are updated of new videos. You can also recommend this channel to your friends and family members. That will also help. I'm counting on you. So, let's hit 1,000 subscribers in the next 6 months. Kaya natin ito. I will see you soon as we continue our journey in learning a beautiful language, Tagalog. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.